Gee, I don't know.
In organza.
It's a beautiful dress.
Oh, it is. It is beautiful, but, black for a maid of honor?
Just seemed honest, like a statement of mourning for my first marriage. Okay. How about a white hat?
Oh, dear. Now we're into Southern Belle. We don't want to frighten the guests, do we?
Here, I want you to try this one. Okay.
Better still. Now, who would make this color? Oh, well, it's lovely if your model in life is Mrs. Howe from Gilligan's Island. I mean...
Oh.
What?
I was just remembering the day you moved to town.
Second grade.
And you stood up in class and you said...
I said, my name is Maureen Brody, and I'm from Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Which impressed us all, especially when you said there was chocolate milk coming out of the fountains.
Well, I lied. And you said...
I'm going to be your friend, even though you're weird. And we'll be maid of honor at each other's wedding, because I need to know who that's going to be, right now.
And I've honored that pledge on many occasions. Now, will you go try on your dress? I'm dying to see it.
Well, I think it's you.
With a few alterations?
Oh, how long?
I don't know.
Oh, a week. No. Oh, no, the wedding's in 5 days. Just find something.
Anything but this.
This just isn't right. It's for a school dance. I can't wear this to a dance. Here, you try. No, I like it. Sort of. No, it's just not sexy enough.
I don't know. Maybe if I was marrying a Bee Gee. Or all the Bee Gees at the same time.
Look, you have to commit to a look. You can be a virgin.
Or you could be a slut.
Slut.
Well. So? What do you think? Too much for a second wedding?
Oh, it's beautiful.
She's my nun of honor.
Oh, you're a nun?
Please, you can make believe I'm a person. Really.
I want her out. Out? What do you mean you want her out? Fired? Yes. You want to fire Mo? Can't be serious. She led a rebellion. I stood up there and I was humiliated by what that congregation did. Martin, lighten up. I mean, that's the kind of thing that happens around here. And once I was halfway through a homily and somebody yelled out, "You've already said it 3 times, Ray. Give it a rest." I mean, that's not rebellion. It's dialogue. Ray, every time I said God the Father, the congregation added, and Mother, trust me, that is a rebellion. Well, Mo is not leading anything. She's just sitting in one of the pews. Sister Maureen Brody sitting absolutely silent in a pew of this church is more dangerous than a bomb-throwing anarchist. She wants to build the church in her own image, and she wants me out. No, Martin, we all want you out. But Mo would never go behind your back. Don't you have some place that you're supposed to be? I mean, aren't you supposed to be at the bishop's retreat or something? Yeah, but I want assurance from you that there'll be no staffing changes until I get back. Well, you have no such assurance. And I am fully empowered to shape this staff any way I see fit. You know, Martin, I think you're the best thing that ever happened to this parish. And before you came, we were always fighting and squabbling all the time, but somehow you found a way to bring us together. But if you fire Sister Maureen Brody, after 5 years of sometimes maddening but always brilliant work in this parish, you just watch how unified you make us. And then you can reshape your staff any way you like, because it'll be a staff of one. Martin, Mo goes, we all go.
Wow. Pretty nice, huh? Falling frescoes, leaky roof, outmoded ideas and all.
Saint Sebastian. I always had a crush on him. Maybe I just liked archery.
Well, he didn't die from the arrows, you know. A woman nursed him back to health. Saint Irene. Of course, you never hear that part of the story.
Just one more invisible Catholic female, huh? The light in here is so amazing. I didn't know this city had this kind of light. Is it the windows?
Partly.
It's so quiet. So peaceful. Who wouldn't want to be a nun?
You, for one.
Oh, yeah? I think I'd trade all the Donna Karen I own for peace like this. Looks pretty good from here, Mo. Job security, room and board, no divorces and remarriages.
I don't think you have a clue who I am.
Well, I hope I do. You're my oldest friend.
Your nun friend, as you must have said 5 times to that saleswoman.
You are my nun friend.
I'm your friend, Laura, who happens to be a nun. Who's a little tired of being pigeonholed. I mean, I haven't seen you since your divorce. You have no idea what I've been going through.
And?
And? Things happen.
Wait. Wait, you're not thinking of getting a divorce, are you, from all this?
No, I just want to renegotiate the prenuptial agreement, that's all.
You know, you're very good at this whole tea and sympathy trip.
Well, I pour a lot of tea around here.
I told you Jack's coming to the wedding, didn't I?
No, actually you didn't.
Oh, I must have blocked it.
Must have.
Can you handle it?
Of course I can handle it. I'd be glad to see him. I think it's very good that you've stayed friends.
Better than when we were married. He's single, so he's yours if you want him.
Oh, thanks.
Or should I say, if you want him back?
Laura, that was college.
Still cute, but he's a little more boring than he was. All men are a little more boring than they were. Oh, God. Why am I doing this again, Mom? For the waffle irons?
I don't know, but I don't think staying committed is your strong suit.
I hate that word. Committed. It makes me think of a mental institution.
Okay, strike the word.
I outgrew him.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's what it should say in the prenup, that a person has a right to outgrow a marriage. And I think you know what I mean.
Of course. But I'm not married.
Did you hear what Sister Elizabeth said in catechism today?
But I thought you were the bride of Christ. She's married to Jesus.
It's just not that simple.
Well, what is?
They're married? Did they take vacations together? What does it mean?
I don't know how to explain it.
Well, it must mean something. Doesn't everything mean something?
It means she's like totally sex-starved.
I don't know what any of it means.
Mo, I need to talk with you.
Is something wrong? I'm Maureen Brody. Excuse me. I live here.
Oh, are you responsible for the deceased?
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am.
where is she?
Would you be considered the next of kin?
Yes, I would, for now.
She's right in there.
Oh, you should go. You have so much to do for the wedding.
Call me.
I will. Thank you.
This is what you're leading us to, isn't it?
Everybody has to die.
But so alone.
Rachel, an espresso with a graceful little twist of lemon, just for you. Thank you. There you go. I have a double latte for you.
What?
There you go, pal.
You know I'm a mocha man.
Hey, when in Rome, you know. Where's Leo?
J.A. drove him up to the bishop's retreat. Thank you.
You're not going, are you?
Command performance. We're going after the meeting.
Oh, fabulous. So you're gonna leave us alone with him?
Hey, what's the matter with Martin? He's a good guy.
Oh, come on, Sidney.
Let me tell you something. You haven't been in the business world before. Martin Briggs is a honey. Tell me that. Marty.
Martin, morning.
I have a single latte for you.
No thanks.
Really?
Who chairs? I'll be chairing.
Want an extra coffee?
Where's Sister Maureen? One of her community mates died yesterday. So we don't want to do anything that will upset her. I see. All right, well, let's get started.
What kind is this?
First order.
What's wrong?
Well, we usually, start off by, I don't know, talking about what we did last night. You see the game. Anybody have any dreams?
I had a dream. I dreamt that I was being chased by Nazis. I wonder what that means.
I would like to talk about what happened at my welcoming liturgy. The congregation altered the creed. That was wrong. Mass is not the time or place for dissent. It's the Nicene Creed. It was composed in 325 AD. It's not an opinion poll. It's not the result of a trend. It is truth as we know it. People died defending individual words in it, and it will not be altered. Is that clear?
I think people were just trying to make it a little more inclusive.
Eric, a church cannot be all-inclusive and be anything more than a Rotary Club. We believe in certain things, beautiful things. God from God, light from light, true God and true man. When we stop believing them, we cease being Catholics. Now, people are going to have to make a choice. Are you in this church or aren't you?
Oh. Morning. Sorry I'm late.
Mo, I'm so sorry.
She loved you.
I'm glad I got to know her.
Me too.
How are you holding up?
All right, I guess.
I'm surprised you're here after such a personal loss.
Actually, the loss is not particularly personal.
Well, it's still sort of a break in the chain, isn't it?
What do you mean?
Well, your lives, the lives you lead, make a chain. And you're all a part of it. All that have lived that life or have died in that life. So each loss is somehow a loss of yourself.
It's true.
Anyway, it seemed to... I have some tea here for you.
Thank you, Sidney.
Will she be buried at your mother house?
No, actually, we are not from the same congregation. And she has no mother house because she's the last of her order. It's quite a thing, isn't it, the end of an order? We'll be seeing a lot more of it, too, won't we? Will I be the last of mine, I wonder? Last one out. Please turn out the lights.
Like the Shakers without the furniture.
Is that what it finally comes down to, I wonder? It's finally just us.
If you would like to take some time off.
No, I'm fine. Please, let's continue with the meeting.
We are all members of the same faith, and we are all members of the same parish team. Now, I need some reassurance that I will not be ambushed again.
Sorry, what are you talking about?
I need to know there'll be no major changes while I'm gone.
Could somebody please tell me what's going on? What was that all about? Ambush? No major changes in your absence?
Yeah, it was just Martin rattling his saber.
He threatened to fire you, didn't he?
No, I didn't.
Ray, he's not going to get away with that. I am not going to let him.
Mom, don't do anything. You got enough to worry about with Sebastian. Let me deal with Martin, okay?
I'm sorry, this is not like you to appease him.
Look, this isn't the right time to tangle with him.
I'm not afraid of him, Ray.
You know what? I'll stay. I'll help you with the funeral, and I'll run interference with Martin.
Well, you obviously can't do that. The bishop is expecting you at the retreat. If you don't go, that's the ammunition that Martin needs. Well, I won't get into it with Martin until you come back. Deal?
Deal.
Yes, I'm trying to reach Emma Lawson, who is a relative of Frida Schiller. She was known as Sister Mary Sebastian. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. When did she die? Mm-hmm. I see. Thank you very much.
There's more in here.
Oh, look how beautiful she was. They dressed as brides for their professional vows, you know.
Did you do that?
No, things had changed.
Why? Did she do that writing?
She must have.
Can you do it?
No.
How come she never taught you?
I never asked her.
Where are you going? There's a dance. I want to go to the dance. I have to go. Billy's really sick.
Well, I knew this was going to happen. Let's go home.
I can't just leave him.
What? Are you going to help him throw up? Let's go.
Well, what about Charlie?
He's past tense. I ditched him.
Go ahead.
Come on. Lean on me. It'll be okay.
I'm sorry.
Maureen, what are you doing?
Sister Lucy. He had too much to drink. He's sick. I was just gonna take him outside to get some air.
Well, I think you better hurry. Are you girls all right?
Yes, sister.
Maureen, come and see me on Monday.
Yes. Yes, her name is Sister Mary Sebastian. Right, your name was in her address book. Oh, sorry. The funeral is on Saturday. Oh, I see. No, I understand. It's difficult to travel after surgery. Of course. Who am I?
A big question. Put it another way. Have you ever thought about your future?
My future? You mean, like, what do I want to do?
That's a start.
Well, my father thinks I should be a doctor.
Oh, you can do the science. But you can do anything, can't you? Debate, student council, swimming. May I ask you a question? Have you ever thought about anything else? Something different?
Different?
Doing God's work here on earth? Giving yourself in prayer and in service? Have you thought about that? There's something I want you to read. I remember.
You know, I don't think I've ever had tuna foie gras with a nun before.
Well, I've never eaten anything with a food critic before, so how is it from a professional point of view?
Risky. Playful. The tuna still remembers the ocean. The foie gras adds a bass note to the string section of the fish. These things shouldn't work together, but they do, and it's thrilling.
You know, sometimes oh God, you sound so pretentious.
She asked.
I did.
Well, Laura, I'm not for a review, but...
And some more wine, sister?
I'd love some, thanks.
Oh, Laura tells me
that you counsel couples before they get married.
I do. Pre-Cana counseling, it's called.
Maybe we should have called her, huh? So how do you do that? Is there a technique?
No, it's not a technique. It's a kind of questionnaire that helps couples to determine how well they know each other. Trust me, it's not all that interesting.
Catholic compatibility test.
Exactly.
That should be interesting. Ask us a question.
Oh, no, please. She came here to eat, not to work, Jimmy.
Well, it won't be official then. It's just for practice. Come on, ask us something.
Okay, I'll give you a very easy one. Have you talked about having children?
Yes. We want as many as possible.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, we're thinking of adopting if we can't get pregnant.
That's terrific.
Hey, we're good at this.
It's easy.
Ask us another.
The old standby is, will you raise the children Catholic?
I don't
Yes.
care. I don't care. You can raise them Catholic if you want. You can raise them any religion if you want. I just won't participate.
Really? Why not?
I don't believe in God.
Oh. Does that bother you, or?
No, yes, I don't want it to, but
Laura, I love you, and I will adore any child that we're lucky enough to have. I just, I'm not going to pretend I'm something I'm not.
You don't believe in God?
Well, you don't like lobster. That's my favorite food.
Well, that's different.
There are going to be some differences, Laura.
Well, you can't equate food with God. Can you, Maureen?
Well, I don't think faith is really a matter of likes and dislikes, is it?
You don't even go to church, Laura.
Look, it matters to me. It does. I don't think that I can marry someone who doesn't believe in God.
Why?
Well, if something happens, what do we fall back on?
You know what? I think something has happened. Excuse me.
Oh, here it is. Handmaidens of Mary, founded during the plague years to help people face their own deaths.
I had no idea, Lucy.
They did many good works. But when they began to minister to the hopeless, many of them perished because they were the only ones that were willing to touch the dying.
So the order died out. And Sebastian is the very last one?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of leaving.
I know.
What, is it completely obvious?
No one ever comes to see me when their vocation is on track.
So can you help me? Will you talk to me?
Our vocation is like any marriage. Sometimes you can't remember why you're in it or even imagine how you got there in the first place. But if you'll just keep walking, keep putting one foot in front of the other, as if the reason was still there, that's faith.
You know, I preached on Christmas Eve. I did the communion service.
I know.
I heard you were wonderful. Well, I don't know what to do because I think my calling is to be a priest.
Well, I always thought that you could do anything.
Yes, but this is impossible.
If it weren't, you wouldn't need faith, would you? Faith is the only thing that gets me up in the morning.
President Reagan hoped that by mid-1983, the majority of troops would be withdrawn from Lebanon. But
Jack, I have to go. I do.
Marry me.
I would love to marry you. I would, but you see, I have an incredibly busy day. I have food co-op, and then I have tutoring, and then I'm going to change my major, so I couldn't possibly marry you
Stay here today.
Jack, I have to go. I do. I'm late.
Sometimes I think I'd get more time with you if I was one of your social service projects.
Look, I would love to spend the entire day with you, but I am so late. I have to go to the library.
You know, it's funny, Mo. You're so courageous about everything else in your life. Why can't you just admit you're going to church?
I don't know, because it's embarrassing.
You don't have to be embarrassed with me. I'm an English major. We understand those things. It's only when you hide it Somehow it makes me feel like I'm in a competition I can't win.
Jack, it's not a competition. I couldn't love you if I didn't love God.
And I couldn't love God. I really couldn't. If I didn't love you. That's not the same thing, is it?
I don't know. I love you. Can that be enough for today?
See you at the food co-op.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi. Look, I'm really sorry to come by without calling you.
No. I love it. Reminds me of when we were kids.
Well, we're not kids anymore.
No.
And the wedding's off.
Oh. What happened?
It just fit me.
In what sense? Physically?
Oh, here we go. You and your superior little God has called you, but he hasn't called me. That tone. All of us confused little regular people in all of our confused little lives.
Why is the wedding off?
Because you asked the wrong question at the restaurant.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because of me, because of him, because of Tara, because seeing you has stirred everything up for me and really made me think about what's important.
Yeah?
And I've got something to tell you. You and Jack have been broken up for 6 months, and we've been seeing a lot of each other, and
Wait a minute. You're not telling me that you're sleeping with my ex-boyfriend. Are you telling me that?
You're the one who broke up with Jack.
Laura, it doesn't give you the right to sleep with him. What are you talking
Hey,
about?
didn't you just tell me that you're going to the convent? I mean, what do you care who sleeps with Jack?
What does that have to do with
Just
anything?
because you take a vow of chastity, the rest of us have to?
That is not the point, and you know it. That's
I'm not
ridiculous.
listening to you. You're not in the world anymore.
Yes, I am. I am too in the world. It's not about me. It's about you, Laura. If you were seeing Jimmy through my eyes, the wedding wouldn't be off.
What does that mean?
It means stop idealizing me as some statue of a nun so you can knock me down and smash me to pieces. I don't like it.
Well, thanks for the help.
Oh.
Oh,
Hello?
I'm sorry, sister. I thought I heard someone.
Oh, it's just me. Working late. Frankly, I'm putting off going home. It's a little lonely in my apartment.
Well, the rectory's a little lonely, too, with everybody gone.
Ah. What are you reading?
Oh, these. It's just some college poetry books I've held on to. I thought we might be able to use something for Sister Sebastian's funeral.
Oh. Not that there'll be anybody there to hear it. It seems that everybody in her address book is either dead or in a nursing home.
Ah. You know, it was a nun who first introduced me to poetry. Actually, my Aunt Alice, Ursuline. Same generation as Sister Sebastian. Her religious name was Sister Saint Gregory the Great.
Oh, my. There's a mouthful.
Ah. Anyway, I thought this piece by Gerard Manley Hopkins might be appropriate. He wrote it to a girl named Margaret who was crying over the falling of leaves in autumn.
Margaret, are you grieving over golden glow on leaving? Leaves like the things of man, you with your fresh thoughts care for. Can you?
Ah, as the heart grows older, it will come to such sights colder. Now, no matter, child, the name, sorrow's springs are the same.
It is the blight man was born for. It is Margaret you mourn for. Everything that's happening here is because I did the service at Christmas, isn't it?
It brought matters to a head.
Martin, you are a priest. You know from your experience on that altar that when you participate in that miracle, it transcends gender. It has nothing to do with male or female. I know you know this. Why does it make you so angry that I want to participate in that same miracle?
Well, thank you for the company.
Martin, one thing.
Yes.
Ray suggested to me that there might be personnel changes here. I wouldn't want anything I've done to cause Ray to be replaced.
Ray. No one is thinking about replacing Ray.
What are you doing here?
I'm trying to pray. Would you go home?
You can't tell me what to do. I'm not my mother.
You're right. I knew you much better than she ever did. And I know why you're here.
No, you don't.
Oh, yes, I do. You're going to make a promise to God. You're going to say that whatever God asks of you, you can do. You think it's prayer, but it's not. It's just bragging. Go home.
I'll do what I want.
I'm just warning you. I know where this goes. You will not be happy.
You can't stop me.
You're right. I can't. But any decision you can make, I can unmake. I can cancel you out. Good night. You're not supposed to be back till the day after tomorrow.
You can pray in the woods. I need the sound of garbage trucks. Good lung full of carbon monoxide. Couldn't let you go through Sebastian's funeral by yourself.
Well, with you here, that'll be two of us at the funeral.
What are we doing here? The wake?
I thought I should at least say the rosary for her, but for some reason I keep forgetting the joyful mysteries. Well, doesn't matter. I'll get through the rosary. I'll get through the funeral, even if nobody shows up. I will get through Laura's wedding, if there is one. I'll get through the day, and then I'll leave.
Leave?
Why didn't you tell me it was me Martin's gonna fire?
I was trying to protect you.
You don't need to protect me.
You can't leave. You can't throw in the towel just because Martin is threatened by women.
It really has nothing to do with Martin. It has to do with me. And what the hell I am going to do with the rest of my life. I have no idea where to start. Tea?
Please.
You got us both here, so, now what? More questions?
A few. Jimmy, a simple one. Why Laura?
When I first met Laura, it felt like I had discovered this jungle that I knew that I could get lost in, and I am. I'm just lost in her. And I don't want to call off this wedding. But I'm not going to lie to you, I don't believe in God. I had some very efficient nuns and priests knock that out of me a long, long time ago.
What do you believe in?
Good wine. This total eclipse of the sun I saw in Nantucket once, it was... And the feeling you get at a Grateful Dead concert?
That was the drugs.
You know me better than that. Is that what you mean?
Do you believe in something bigger than yourself?
When I ache to tell her a story, or ask her how her day went, when I smell your skin, or just the feeling I get when I think about how I love you, it feels bigger than myself. You want to throw all that away?
I wasn't the one that walked out of the restaurant.
Laura, I gotta tell you, it felt like you were looking for some reason to push me away.
Is that true, Laura? Is this about God or something else?
You know what? If you say commitment, I am just going to scream.
Okay. How about faith? I mean, you blame Jimmy for not believing in God, but who's lost faith here? You or Jimmy?
Okay. What happens when the passion dies? I mean, I've been there. And I can go up to that altar and say I do, but how do I know I do?
Well, maybe we never do know 100% all of the time. But we move forward as if we do. One foot in front of the other. I think that's faith. And somehow things work out. Shall we have some tea?
You're getting fired?
You can go.
I can't go anywhere without you, can I?
Talking to yourself? Oh, it's a sign you're getting old.
I'm so glad you came. You didn't even know Sebastian.
No. But I'm going to be her in the not-so-distant future, so I thought I'd get a preview of my funeral. I brought some of the sisters with me.
Oh, how nice.
Not to see the funeral, but to see you.
Oh, please, please don't. Please don't have so much faith in me.
I'll see you out there.
Nice crowd.
If there are memories of Sister Sebastian that people would like to offer. Anybody?
Sister Sebastian taught me math when I was a young girl. She left a lasting impression upon me. Part of that impression was made with a ruler. Well, after many years of therapy, I went to her and asked, "Sister, why did you hit me with the ruler?" And she said very simply, "I was 18 years old and there were 60 of you. What was I supposed to do?" Then she asked me a question. She asked me what I did for a living. And I told her, "I'm an engineer."
Once when I was in some trouble, I went and stayed at Mo's house, at Sister Maureen's house, and it was at a time when people were being really kind to me, and it made me feel terrible. And Sister Sebastian was terrible to me, and it made me feel right at home.
I didn't know Sister Sebastian, but I will meet her someday in the Communion of Saints. And after all I've heard about her, I look forward to that meeting with a great deal of joy and some terror. There aren't as many of us as there once were, and so I want to say something to the younger sisters who are here with us today. Welcome to a very exclusive club of very exciting women.
People have asked me all through my life, why did you become a nun? It's a simple enough question. Mustn't it have a simple answer? Never been able to find one. As I was packing Sebastian's things, I came across her prayer book, and when I picked it up, it immediately opened to Psalm 139. She must have prayed that prayer every day because no matter how you put the book down, it just opens right up to that page. It's as good an answer to my question as I have ever heard. Oh my God, you have searched me, and you know me. You lay your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. Where can I go from your spirit? If I ascend to heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in hell, you are even there. If I take the wings of the morning and settle at the farthest limits of the sea, even there, your right hand shall hold me fast. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, and the light around me become night, even darkness is not dark to you, and the night is as bright as the day. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my thoughts. I would ask that the sisters and the former sisters present stand and sing Sister Sebastian on her way.
And he will raise you up on eagle's wings, bear you on the breath of dawn, make you to shine like the sun, and hold you in the palm of his hand.
It was a nice funeral.
It was.
So, are we gonna stick with it?
I don't know.
I don't want to die alone.
You won't.
Promise?
Promise. I'll be there with you. I'll take care of you. Come on. We have a wedding to go to.